Nearly every custody decision is guided by one phrase: the best interest of the child. It sounds clear, but in practice, it is one of the most flexible and most debated standards in family law. Hello, and welcome to the third episode here at the Center for Fatherhood, Justice and Equity. So, let's get right to it, shall we? The best interest of the child standard is the foundation of modern custody law. It is designed to prioritize the well-being, safety, and development of children above all else. But how is it actually applied, and why can it lead to different outcomes in similar cases? The Center for Fatherhood Justice and Equity examines this standard through a structural and research-based lens, focusing on clarity, consistency, and child stability. Let's discuss what the standard is. The best interest of the child standard is not a fixed rule. It is a legal principle that gives courts the flexibility to evaluate each case individually. Instead of applying a single formula, judges consider multiple factors, which may include the child's emotional and developmental needs, each parent's ability to provide care, the stability of each home environment, the strength of existing parent-child relationships, in some cases, the child's own preferences. This structure allows courts to adapt to complex family dynamics. So, why then does flexibility exist? No two families are identical. The law recognizes this. Flexibility allows courts to account for different family structures, unique child needs, safety considerations, changing circumstances. A rigid system could fail to account for these realities, but flexibility also introduces a challenge. Let's go over where variability emerges. Because the standard is broad, its application can vary. This may lead to different interpretations across jurisdictions, variability between judges, limited predictability for families, outcomes that may appear inconsistent. The issue is not the intention of the standard. It is the level of structure guiding its application. Now let us discuss the role of judicial discretion. Judicial discretion plays a central role in applying the best interest standard. Judges weigh evidence, assess credibility, and make determinations based on the totality of circumstances. This is essential in complex cases. However, when discretion operates without clearly defined benchmarks, it can result in broad interpretive range, limited transparency in reasoning, difficulty comparing outcomes across cases. Balancing flexibility with clarity becomes a central challenge. The child's stability as a core anchor. Let us cover that now. At its core, the standard is intended to protect child stability. This includes emotional continuity, consistent parental relationships, predictable routines, reduced exposure to conflict. Research in developmental psychology suggests that, where appropriate, sustained involvement from both parents supports these outcomes. This does not prescribe a single model for all cases, but it highlights the importance of structured consideration of parental continuity. What about structural insight? The best interest of the child standard is not flawed in principle. It is foundational. The question is how it is implemented. When a standard is broad, systems must consider how guidance is defined, how consistency is supported, how transparency is maintained. Understanding this distinction is essential for informed discussion. The best interest of the child standard is flexible, case-specific, central to custody law. Its strength lies in adaptability. Its challenge lies in variability. Meaningful discussion is not about removing flexibility, but about strengthening clarity within it. This channel examines custody systems through policy, research, and structural analysis. If you found this breakdown helpful, subscribe to follow future discussions on custody frameworks and reform. The Center for Fatherhood Justice and Equity, CFJE, Justice in Custody, Stability for Children, Restoring Balance to Custody Systems, Policy, Research, Reform. The Center for Fatherhood. Justice and Equity is a nonpartisan public education initiative focused on advancing structural reform in custody systems. Through research-based analysis, policy discussion, and principled advocacy, CFJE works to restore balance, protect child stability, and strengthen the father-child bond within modern family law frameworks. CFJE is a public education initiative dedicated to policy discussion and research. It does not provide legal advice and does not represent clients. This channel provides research-based educational content on custody systems and structural reform. Again, it does not provide legal advice or representation. Thank you for watching and stay safe. Till next time, restoring balance to custody systems, policy, research, reform.